What's up, everyone? March 19th. Okay. And we had some news. What was the news again? It was some monetary policy for Germany. We got unemployment in 5 minutes. So we're instantiating some sell side here. Put a fair amount in with hits to the downside. Yes, sirree. Let's see how she fares. Let's go into the chat. Voice chat. There we go. There's a 400 lot at 450, 24, 450. Okay. Got news in 3 minutes, or 2 minutes, rather. Where are we headed, Jack? The 400 spoofer left. Let's go see if ES has one. $800 lot at 66.30 below price action. They want it to stop here. 30 seconds. Here we go. And we're off to see the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Yo, what's up? Who's Fabio? Ah. Yeah, he should be. What? That's no good. That's weird. So we had some news. I'm not quite sure. Some German. We got some spoofers below price action on ES. They wanted to hold the fort here, it looks like. Spoofing it spoofers. I took that and we're just locking in the gains. Okay. If it pulls back, I'm out. Okay, that was 400 bucks. Nice. All right. Cha-ching. Perfect. The Mentor Q guy. That's too bad. I mean, if you gave him some stuff, like, why would he not be, you know, people, man. We got a third spoofer. So that's 800 times 3 at 66.32 now. Yes. Looks like it was. Come back into London low, perhaps. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a pretty. Yesterday was a pretty massive sell off all the way down. Yeah, it's gonna put, shipping on ice. Uncertainty, fear. Yeah, Japan's pretty good at keeping it like peaceful. I mean, it's literally in their constitution after World War II, but that's why it's called. From what? Fukushima? It wasn't like we had thought. It dissipated relatively quick after. Yep. The Fukushima thing, on the other hand, no. It's still an ongoing thing that is like the BP oil spill, where people's like attention spans and memories are like a gnat, where they just move on with the cycle and they're like, what, what radiation? So yeah, but even still, it's less radiation than is pumped out by the toxic waste from Chinese nuclear power plants. So there's within their regulated tolerance is more than what Fukushima's doing. So China is the real threat to the world with just how much sludge and pollution and pillaging of the ocean's fish and so on. You name it, they do it. And they never talk about it. They glaze them on the legacy media. It's like they get funds from China, it seems, or something. Like they always like they're the best at AI and their solar power is unparalleled. And it's like they don't do any of that. They steal the AI, and DeepSeek was just a knockoff of ChatGPT, and they hailed it as this new thing. Let's see if these spoofers get hit again. Boop, boop, be-doo, boop. Okay, let's develop with some gaming. We already made like $400 times 2, so that's good enough for now. A fourth spoofer at 66.35, put 500 there. So that's 800 times 3 and a 500 guy. Yes, just really wants to fortify that bottom there. Damn, and it bounced.
Good day to you, Sid.
It's all but spent. What do we do now?
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Yes.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
P-Funk. Guess I gotta go there.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything?
The 500 lot
ordinary?
disappeared. Got
No.
your 300, 800 lots. Or your
Sounds
3
scraping
800
metal,
lots.
Like someone sharpening a sword.
When was
First
this?
at 6632,
Lorbert's Pass. Was out
627.5,
foraging
and
for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as
6625.
quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll
What?
look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Damn.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
What are you doing here? What is wrong? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us.
That reminds me of a trading buddy I was hanging out with like a year and a half or so ago, and it was like a day like today, and he was like, man, you won't believe what happened, and he had the police over at his house because he was like refurbishing his shed, and then like something broke in the floors, and there was like 2 human skeletons under it. And he was like, wait, what? And it was like somebody who owned the house prior's murder scene. And then they had to like investigate it and like, you know. That would be freaky.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
We're down to those two 800 lots at 66.27. I was talking about that the other day because they do that in the crypto space. It's like they pump like Doge, and then they take the profits from Doge and reinvest in Bitcoin, and it definitely happens there. So it's like a sector switch where they invest in gold and then take their profits and then reinvest in tech. It's definitely a thing. Yeah.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless. It's not just
So they're probably like sector switching then. All spoofers are gone now, by the way.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear... Damn it all. I hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare.
From the investigation.
I'm sorry, you're going... Who did the Black Shield serve now?
All those hospitals confiscate all their cars.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was over $1 trillion.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause
It should be over. It was more volume from the second day.
Already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment.
Same
unless we
for the most
move
part.
Against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Damn.
I'm not going to change his mind. Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look
Can't
after
exactly
each
leave
other.
old Martha in the lurch after.
All right, Sid.
Nice.
The marshes near the Abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough to make beards.
This way. Go for it. Over here. Go for it.
It's all about the management of the risk. That's it.
yellow. These are our Morgan beards, all right. Well, I've gone to this much trouble. Might as well gather as many as I can. There's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home. Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Who did? Oh. I saw Z-Bite in the general chat, so he's still around, right? You were talking about like Z-Bite the other day, like when he was like had to take a dump or whatever.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
No, I saw him chatting in the general thing. Maybe I was looking at an old chat, but I thought it was the general one.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put
Yeah, he
Enrique's
seemed
mind at ease.
normal.
You're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Taya took my brand.
I remember. It wasn't long after we came here. What little medicine Talia managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who are no longer with us. Those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do, if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself.
I have a pretty good
Even if
one
it meant
I
it might cost him
conceived
his
of that
life.
looks at like 32 different indices across 7 time frames all at once, and then gives you really nice swing bottoms and tops.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
Yep. But it's took me a while to make, and I've never seen it anywhere else, so it's not free, but
I knew there'd be pain.
a lot of people bought it for
But I might
Bitcoin,
not
and it works for
survive.
everything, apparently. Like,
And I
here,
was
I'll show you
afraid.
what it did last Friday. Hold up.
But I also
And I've
knew that if
posted
I
it
didn't
in the
overcome
moment,
that
too.
fear,
Like,
that pain,
it gave the rocket
then I would
ships
never
right
be
at
able
the
to call
bottom.
myself Sid.
Here was,
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy,
This one.
but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre.
It's
She once told me
32 things across, like,
for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude.
7 time frames on one asset. So whatever asset you're looking at, it will look at all of them at once.
For helping
Like
me
all
remember
of
that.
the time frames and all the different
won't
things.
Not again.
It explains it here. I made it like 2 years ago. But I gotta let you try it out for a week. You could see what it's like. Yeah. Just let me know anytime. There's a bunch of like crypto whale guys from this group that like bought the lifetime, and then I just asked them and they showed me like suitcases of money or like trips they're going through Europe and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess it's working. So I know they just keep their low profile and just use it to buy swing tops and bottoms and stuff.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
The celebratory spirit must be catching. All the flowers in the hideaway are in bloom.
But that's how I originally came across TO, because he was developing like the nebula, and it was very similar to this cloud formula thing I was working on. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's pretty smart. And he was like a real coder. I was just somebody that was recalling it from like high school. So I was like, damn, this guy's impressive. So I just hang around and say what's up, because he's funny
Remind me of my childhood somehow.
and similar.
I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the core physicers grew the
I don't
printing
doubt
just
it.
treatments they made my brother.
It's very
The
like
Ducal healers were convinced of their
Ichimoku-esque.
properties. That is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals.
Surprisingly, we're not hitting that much in sell side as we go down. We only have like 1K in negative delta so far for the day.
And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
For what? The rocket ship? Ah. Yeah, there's like 3 Japanese strategies. I think I said it before, but they're still viable today. It's Ichimoku, Heikiashi, and Renko. They've been around for ages and they're still valid. They're the ones that invented candles, so they got something right. Alright, so we can save it. Alright. Let me see if I can find the timestamp from Friday that as the rocket was happening, because I was like, this looks like a bottom. What was that? Okay, here we go. This was in the moment, so it's timestamped on Friday. And that's on the 30-second. It was just like rockets, bottom, bottom, bottom. Long? Oh no, Ilhadi, that was from last Friday. I was just showing. But I mean, we have been like dumping off the face of the earth. We are coming against some small circle of sellers at 424. Okay. 2 new mentions. Does it tell you where you're mentioned? Oh, it's everyone. I see. Yeah, I saw those pedals, those effects pedals. Damn. And he took them himself, or he was collecting them? Did he have them framed, or were they in like a catalog or something? That's cool. Good question, Woke. I'm not sure. Looks like we've been just going down. Saw a bunch of spoofers earlier. After the news, they took their orders off, but Maybe he still has some. Where did he get them originally? Oh, snap. So he's like a photographer or something? Yo. Yo. Do, 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 do. Got 30 seconds. You said busted. We're open. Oh yeah. Here comes the Delta. That was a very solid drop. We have about 251 resting orders at 6,600 even on ES. It looks like it's been there all day. Shit. Boop, beep, beep, beep. Boom, boom, boom. Players. They also have dark pools where they like do stuff off the book and then they just have to report it at the end of the day. And why it goes all wonky in the last 10 minutes, yeah. What's up, cat? Have a good one. Enjoy. So we kind of hit value area low at 450. Can we get acceptance back in, or are we rejecting off of it? That is the question. I don't really see much volume. Sounds like Stranger Things, whatever that was. We got news in when? He just rambles about stuff. He's just gonna ramble and ramble and there's just nothing in these candles. I can't see anything. Mm. I don't know. So like ES is like testing its local tops, while NQ is kind of like fading. Yeah, we got the news in 12 or whatever. Once again, we got that static order down at 6,600. Even. That's the only order I see. Hmm. Okay. We do have some sellers at the top, the local top at 497. 200 lot. If it comes above it, you could slingshot those guys, but other than that, nothing that I'm seeing. I took that slingshot, trailing it 500 if it pulls back a mount. And I'm out. So we came back below those sellers. We'll see if it accepts them or not. Mm-hmm. 110 lot, 200 lot buyer at 470. It could accelerate it and absorb this guy. We'll see how it reacts, that this buyer here. It's going beneath our level. If it accelerates, that's absorption. We're pretty break even on the delta, so it's anyone's game right now. The buyer holding the line so far. Hitting some more buyers at 500 even. Oh yeah, we got the news, right? Off the wire. The Hindenburg crashed into a tower, bursting into flames. It pushed up into 400 buy side there. Yes, breaking the highs. That was Ilhadi, I think. Boop boop be doo. I can't be on all that late today because I have to be up early tomorrow, so I'll just be for the next 15 minutes. So he basically came back off the entire pre-market dump. Right. came back to that 100 lot at 500. Another 100 lot adding at 501, buyer. If it goes below 500, you're getting possible absorption. Otherwise, they're defending. Their partner in crime at 469. There's like nothing in any of this movement. It's weird. It's like all 1 and zeros. Made some in the pre-market, woke and lost one, and then now up on one other one. I'd like to see these buyers absorbed fully, though, if I'm being honest. But I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's just very threadbare on both. Like, there's nothing super noteworthy on the executed numbers. Just those circled buyers that are currently under their entry at 500. I'm putting my stop in profit on the short. I don't either way risk off too much jitteriness, but if it rips, it rips. If it comes back, I'm out. And oh, just saved by the bell on that one. We'll see. If it gets to that 470 guy, I'm going to start trailing it more. Okay, trailing. If it pops up, I'm out. Okay, that was $2,000. Yeah, I got it off the bounce off that guy. I figured it would have some sort of reaction, but that was all I was looking at. So that's 2 accounts in the green now. Whoa, that's a nice bounce. Yeah, they defended that guy. That's why I was like, unless the bottom drops out on 470, like I'm trailing this thing because I didn't trust it with the dam. But you got a spoofer on ES that appeared after as the bounce happened just below price action too. I didn't notice just now. I think that's good enough for one day for me. I'm not going to push myself further than that. Okay, locked myself out of those. Not that it matters. I'm not going to do anything. But okay. Yeah, there's like a whole shelf of volume in here, so not really sure what it wants to do, to be honest. Oh, nice, Sean. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, by the way, I'll give out Apex tomorrow, so for Friday. So if you guys wanna comment after today's ends, then that'll enter you. Boom. Yep. And destroying everything. That's why I was saying, like, the delta is like break even, so it could go either way. It's like there's no expression of one or the other. Even the pops and drops against the inflection points don't maintain. They just go to the next one and bounce off it. If this bearishly retests the 500, like, you could see the acceleration below 70s. And if you like have like a tight stop at the 500s, like, yeah, you could take that. I already locked myself out. There's like an imbalance down at the 410s or something. ES already broke that local low where NQ is trying to maintain it. You still got that 500 spoofer at price action on ES at 66.35. Let's see if they get spooked or it maintains. I'll just stay a couple more minutes. All right, Dave. Catch you tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, you got that. What is that character? It's a 200 lot at 470 buyer, a 92 at 461. You got a seller at 453. So that seller already got punished. The buyers have yet to get punished. So that's what I was saying. If I wasn't in a trade, seeing these guys get punished would make sense. If I wasn't already up for the day, seeing this point of control at 500 reject, and then needs to clear that 470, 200 lot guy, like clear this low. And yeah, the spoofers moved down to 66.20, so they got spooked. So it should go down. There's another 500 lot trying to defend this level right here. It might get chopped through. Oh no, they moved it. Oh no, it burst up a little bit. They caused some algorithmic burp. And they removed it before it got executed. Weird. Wait, what? Woke? I hope that's a joke. There was one time I was like, I got wrecked trading Bitcoin, and I lost like this huge chunk of money on my birthday. And I was like going out with my kids, and like we went to this like not theme park, but just this like day trip. And then it was just like I was numb the whole day, just like what the because yeah, you watched, you know, that position just get. So yeah, like I said, it becomes scar tissue at some point, and then you can look at it and laugh. Now I don't even care if I lose. I'm just like, whatever. It's the dwelling that causes the spiral. Like the dwelling on it, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I have to spend the whole day like thankful and like, oh, thank you guys. Thanks for the birthday. And you're just like, oh. And I remember sitting there like crying in the nighttime, just like, but yeah, the dwelling is no bueno. Go do some workouts or something. Turn it into some energy that's like constructive, and then eventually it will construct itself a path out. It was out of anger though. Like I don't get sad, I get angry. And I'm just like, fuck. And it's just like, imagine getting all angry and like crying out of anger. And just like, why me? So we came below that guy with acceleration. The buyer absorption took some time, but it happened. You can roll back the tape to see what that looks like. That's what I've seen over and over again. You get buyer, 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 no follow through. And then the big buyer that they try to defend, and you know, that's it. That's buyer absorption. I didn't make it up. It's just market dynamics. And on that note, gentlemen, I will catch you tomorrow for the Apex giveaway. Please leave a comment on today's stream. And stay frugal, stay positive, stay blessed. And that's about it. Peace.